Luke Ned Carney, one final time in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Georgia beats Georgia Tech 76-62 on the floor of Stegman Coliseum in Athens. The Dogs are now 6-2 on the season. Georgia Tech drops to 5-3. Time now for our Toyota look ahead. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. And the Dogs have 11 days off for exams. And on December 16th, a Saturday late afternoon, High Point comes to town for a 5:30 tip at Stegman Coliseum. That'll be a 5:05 pregame with Scott, Chuck, Adam, and myself. Before that, though, you can hear the first basketball edition of Bulldogs Live with head coach Mike White. That'll be Monday night, the 11th, 8:06 to 10, right here across many of these same stations right here on the network. That's all we've got for you tonight from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. One more time from Stegman Coliseum. Our final score, Georgia 76, Georgia Tech 62. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks for listening to this production of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, you've been listening to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Today's coverage has been brought to you by Regions. Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau. Always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. The proceeding has been a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, powered by Learfield and JMI Sports.
News,
weather,
traffic, 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 10:04, I'm Jennifer Griffiths. Our top story, some numbers are coming in on several runoffs in Metro Atlanta. Metro Atlanta voters are deciding on numerous races. In the race for the mayor of Brookhaven, with 50% of the numbers coming in, John Park is leading Lauren Kiefer 58 to 42%. In the race for a seat on the Atlanta School Board, Alfred Shivy Brooks is leading with 69% of the votes to Tamara Jones is 32% of the votes. Right now, 51 degrees in Atlanta. What can we expect for the rest of the week? Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast is coming up. New information in the death of an Atlanta church deacon, Johnny Holloman. The family now files a negligence lawsuit against the tow truck operator dispatched to the scene.
The lawsuit alleges tow truck driver Eric Robinson is seen straddling and sitting on Johnny Holloman's head and neck, helping an Atlanta officer cuff him. Reverend Shannon Jones, president of Concerned Black Clergy, says Robinson is a former policeman.
He is not law enforcement anymore. He is a tow truck driver, but he comes and he puts his knee on the neck of this deacon. And Deacon Holman loses his life. It was a nightmare.
Robinson is also heard on body cam video making amped up comments about his role in the incident. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
The murder retrial of former attorney Claude Tex MacGyver indefinitely halted today, a day after jury selection began, so the Georgia Supreme Court can now decide what evidence a jury can hear about MacGyver's alleged intent to shoot his wife. Fulton County Executive DA Mike Carlson.
This is certainly not an unusual occurrence for our office. In fact, we have had any number of high-profile cases where we've taken evidentiary issues up on appeal pretrial.
A local used car dealer is at its wit's end after thieves broke into its Cobb County business not once, but 3 times in 1 week.
Over 3 nights, the brazen thieves broke into CarZoom on South Cobb Drive Southeast, ransacking the office and stealing credit cards, checks, cash, and 100 keys. Then it was out to the